Do you see this? No access sign. No access means no access. Access is a means of approaching or entering a place, and where you're right now has no access for entry, but you were able to come here. It may appear to be a big error, but hey, everything is nonsense. So, to your right is the pass, as if someone already predicted that you'd be here despite the no access sign. Strange, very strange. But it's possible. If you're a person who can think on your own, if you're a person with perfect sanity, your curiosity won't let you just ignore it. So, here's the pass. You've calmed yourself down and started your way down the pass. Now, in front of you there are several doors. Some are tall and some are very small. I will simply call this the space of dimensions. You will move to another dimension as you walk through, so let's walk through this first door. You have moved to a new dimension safely and quickly. To go further, you walk through the second door, easy breezy. You had to duck a bit to pass through, but anyways you have entered the second dimension quite easily and swiftly. Pretty amazing. However, you hesitate once you reach the third door. Is this a door or a threshold? You see this very small door that looks like a dog door and hesitate for a second. If you have the courage to crawl like a dog, you pass under it. But since you're a human being, your impulse might be to jump over it. How do we pass through this time? You move on to the next dimension in your own way. Great job. Now, let's continue easily and quickly. What's behind these silky, slick chiffon curtains? 1, 2, 3. Facing a dead end, you naturally look to your left. Do you know the name of the color of the light blinking from behind? Blue! The calming, beautiful color, or a cold and heartless color. No, not that kind. That's actually just a shining early delight. Now let's head inside. I personally think this is a masterpiece design. Let's set all this beauty aside and now you have only one choice, to climb up! But have you for once considered how much time and effort artist B552012 put into designing and installing this LED device? For all the laborious tasks she had to go through, let's take a break for a moment and enjoy this space and this moment. Oh no, this wasn't probably part of the plan. Really? She didn't give me any instructions on this. Oh god, you must be a bit confused by now. You want this flickering red light and the intimidating sirens to stop. I would have prepared for this kind of situation if I had been warned. You thought to yourself, I have to get out of here as soon as possible. I should climb up fast. And finally, as the heavy and transparent PVC curtains are drawn aside, you come across a quiet, calm space. Oh, the device here is running. This probably has a motor. Round and round and round. I hope you feel slightly uncomfortable by now. Surely it doesn't seem like the devices you saw here exist just for entertainment. Somehow you strongly feel that they have certain intentions that they would install where they should be installed. But I don't give you time to digest that thought. I'm not going to let you think. Am I spending my time wisely? What is all this? Am I at an amusement park? Is this some kind of a horror game? You're having these thoughts. What use is this video? It's only explaining what's happening in front of me. It's loud and noisy, just some old crap that talks to me but only can in English. That's why I've kindly installed subtitles, but you think it's such a hassle that you have to read them. That's why I've changed my position and decided to give you help. To help you feel that you're experiencing something meaningful, to have a memorable moment and even a sense of achievement at the end. From now on, this space will recreate the inner mind of B552012. Then this story gets very simple. This is a past that she created. Also, you have to imagine how she usually sees the world and how unstable, secretive and twisted that is. Now here's the answer. All that is written on this wall represents B552012, but it's not really that important how much thought she put into it. Although I would never say that it's true. Oh, you've started to focus on the text as you realize that it might give you an answer. You couldn't figure out the meaning behind no access, but for some reason you're confident that you can understand the long combination of these words. However, it still seems difficult to find an answer, and somehow that feels like the way it should be. That's because, frankly, we aren't curious about what she went through. Nevertheless, we will come up with a story. Now, Let's turn to the other side and look down to once again gather clues. Very kindly, the space is an inner world. Then that's not a passive dimension. If not, are the heights of the pipes a part of her? You are correct. The pipes are indeed a part of her. Does that mean you got to know something about her? Hoping so, let's turn that doorknob. Nothing will probably happen. This isn't even a door. Then why is there a doorknob? Oh, wait. Isn't the space behind this wall the noisy dark room we just passed? If so, through this door that cannot be opened, or more specifically by attaching a doorknob to this tightly shut wall, was she trying to send you some kind of message? You're thinking, maybe she never wanted to reach the chaos through that door that can't be opened. Wait, no, maybe she loved the chaos but the world didn't approve of it. Or maybe this could be some kind of warning. Let me ask you something here. Have you been here before? Here, in the space behind the elevator. Have you ever existed in this big and secretive space of the complex main building? It's probably your first time here. The space between the fancy bank and the coffee shop was actually empty. Can you picture it? Can you recall the past space and time? It seems that she reflects herself on what the space originally looked like. Quite a believable story. And this is where the story gets easy. Then where is she? Are we already inside of her? You can't start to see where the past ends. But here, I want to make an odd assumption. Did you really escape this past on your own? What if the space was moving and you were only marching in place? Let's picture a dog swimming in the sea. The dog may be diligently paddling in the water, but it's actually moving in the direction of the wind. On the other hand, I can in fact move like this. Like a bird. Only if you could be floating in the air like me to see how complex the space looks from here. Then at least you can say that you actually saw her. But if you can stick only to the ground, what meaning does all this rambling have? Oh, but what if I really am a bird? Or what if after all she was just a bird?